Kings and Alien. Aileen, L-Ion. I smoke L's for eons.
Hey, stay on tempo. Hope y'all staying on tempo, locking in. Hope y'all ain't been too stressed. What's going on? What isn't? We're gonna get into all of that though. I'm gonna be talking about the 10%. Why we see only the 10%, and the fact that we only know 10% of what is really out there. So, if we're only seeing the 10% of something, how can we gauge the full scale and the full cause and effect that is going on? In the principles of cause and effect, in the Emerald Tablets, this speaks on the fact that everything has a cause, every effect has a cause. So, if we're unable to perceive what is going on behind the scenes, how can we fully critique and speak on things that we don't know about? Have you ever really wondered and just thought that there's so much in the world, how can I really even get a good gauge of what is true, what is false? What should I believe? Should I believe this person? Should I believe what I see on the news? Or should I listen to conspiracy? You know what I'm talking about. These types of thoughts and conversations I've had with individuals started to make me really realize and think that, you know, in life we hear about the 10%, as in what we don't know, the rest of the 90% that we don't know about, that can we even fully comment on something that we have no idea what the cause is to it. So, with what's going on, you know, a lot of the time people are in fear of what they don't know. They're in fear because they feel like they have to put their faith into something, into somebody, rather than put it into themselves. Rather, reclaiming back the power that you have to influence your own reality, to create your own destiny. Because essentially we are co-creators of our destinies, of our fate. We are not victims because we can rise out of any situation that presents itself. The laws of the universe speaks on the fact that every problem has a solution. Every situation has a remedy for it. Just like how every illness, and I mean every illness, there is a solution, but there's one condition to this. You have to have an open mind to accept the truth and to accept the solution to it. So if you really think about it, if there's any solution to any problem, therefore it comes back to the fact that you have to be willing to accept it, and to furthermore to maintain that solution you found. And if you run into any difficulties going along, to be able to realize that there's a higher step, there's a higher plateau to be reached. So when we think about the fact that we see only 10% of our reality, we have to always be mindful that we must have the answers if that was the case. Because if we've understand that this whole universe is always rotating, it's always changing and shifting, before it to be able to shift, there has to be some sort of balance and equilibrium. That means everything has to be moving in a certain flow, a certain state of continuation, you could say. So, for example, you take a car, you start the car, you drive it. You notice that all of these parts are working. You might be only conscious of the 10% that you're moving the stick shift and you're handling the steering wheel. But there's a lot of other things going on to make the car move as well. So when we're able to look at these certain parts as microcosms, so we can shift it into the cosmic order, therefore having a canvas to fully analyze things, therefore we can actually make an impact as we do in getting from point A to point B driving a car. So in these days that we're in this time, in this junction, that we have to be able to shift with nature, with the new information we are receiving. It might have been alternative at one point, but as all things, they have an origin, they have a way of becoming the norm. So to be able to fully embrace the truths of life, embrace the truths of the 90%, we have to do away with just thinking the 10% that we see and we know is the full picture, but only a piece of the infinite puzzle. Stay on tempo and continue to give thanks. Stay blessed. Easy.